There are nearly 9,000 listed and publicly traded cryptocurrencies out there, and the truth is many of them were designed to make money for the developers by persuading credulous investors to part with their hard-earned money, and the great many are destined to and will have to fail. As like I've said many times before on this channel, there is just no need for 9,000 cryptos. A handful of about 100 or so is plenty enough to cover every niche area large enough to support a viable cryptocurrency, or in my opinion at least. And in this video I want to share my personal top 3 altcoins for long-term growth. You know, I'm not interested in trying to pick the top 3 for this month or anything like that. Not only is it impossible to accurately and sustainably choose the short-term winners, it's also a very short-term way to think, and this channel is built around long-term investment principles, which are time-tested and proven to maximize chances of success. Before we get right to that, if you're a crypto investor or looking to get into crypto, be sure to subscribe to our channel because we have daily content covering news, investment strategy, and price predictions which you may find to be interesting. Anyway, the number 1 on my list is Cardano and Stellar. And by the way, there is no particular order as I think that they're all very close and they all have phenomenal long-term prospects. Cardano is one of my favorites as in my view it has a clear road to success and one that is more than achievable. Cardano is a great project in and of itself, and I think that the smart contract services and asset tokenization as well as decentralized application development is enough to take Stellar a very long way. But Cardano are in my opinion and in the view of many other crypto investors, better than Ethereum. Both platforms offer a fairly similar service in many ways, the big ones being decentralized application services and tokenization. But the thing is, the relative valuation to me doesn't make very much sense. Cardano are as good as, if not better than Ethereum, and therefore the value is at least equivalent. But actually in financial markets, price and value aren't always the same. Sometimes the market price is way higher than real value and sometimes way lower. And this is actually what provides investors with good entry and exit points from time to time. But in respect to Cardano and Ethereum, I think that on account of the fact that Ethereum is more well known than Cardano, there is a huge gap in the relative valuations which I think will be corrected over time. And this gain, along with the gains driven by growth in the demand for Cardano services and real growth in the value of the platform, is why Stellar is one of my favorite altcoins. Second on the list is Stellar Lumens, also known as XLM. Stellar are again a type of challenger currency, but this time to XRP and Ripple, as both currencies operate primarily in the remittances industry. And the first thing which I want to point out is that remittances are a growing industry. Since the pandemic, tens of millions of employees, potentially hundreds of millions, have figured out that they don't actually need to be in the same city or even the same country to work for the same company doing pretty much the same job as they are now. I for one have found out that by making a few changes to the way in which I work, I can spend almost all of my time working remotely, and this means that if I wanted to, I could move countries to a place where the cost of living is lower and where my same old salary goes a lot further. Now over the coming few years, I suspect that there are going to be millions of people in my position who decide to move away, and this creates a huge amount of demand for remittances. In other words, people working in one country and sending money back to their original country. Right now the cost of sending a payment works out to around 6.5% of the total payment value on average. XLM can do this a lot faster and way cheaper and also in a decentralized manner as well, and that's why XLM are in my portfolio for the long term. Number 3 is of course VeChain and VET. Not much needs to be said about VeChain other than that they currently have 17 partners with revenues exceeding $1 billion annually each, and with over 1 million employees in total. They also work with 2 national government branches and are a key player in the supply chain analytics industry because they are using blockchain technology which is giving them a strong competitive advantage. And not only do VET and VeChain have significant adoption and partnerships, but VET is also an income-producing asset which produces a VeThor dividend of around 5% annually, although this figure is always changing with the market price of VET and VeThor. And because VET produces an income, I can reinvest that income to create a compound interest effect in my holding. Or I can invest that money into other cryptos or other stocks, or I can take the cash and get my initial investment back, all without having to sell any VET. And so while in my opinion the prospects are great, the VET dividend opens up a whole number of opportunities which aren't available in cryptos which produce no sort of income. Anyway, those are my top 3 altcoin holdings for the long term, and while I think that there is great opportunity, there is also a lot of risk as well, simply due to the infant nature of the crypto market, and so diversification and proper risk management are also a key part of investing into crypto. Thanks for watching, and if you're not yet subscribed then be sure to do so for more content like this. Thanks for watching.